Alright. Caitlyn banned away from T1, which means priority in picks like the Karma or the Lex go down. Evie's Urgot banned away, which is interesting before a Gwen nerf comes through, or Gwen ban comes through. LeBlanc being taken away for Faker, one of the more aggressive picks that can transfer pressure across the map. DFM could be potentially looking for a B1 Ari pick or a B1 Wukong pick, and I guess T1 will decide that for them. And then what's left is Ezreal, which is a pretty safe lane, as well as the Gwen pick. So this will be a first pick Wukong, and then potentially owner picks up Lee Sin to kick Wukong out of the fight. T1 was very inventive in flexing the Wukong into the support role with the Senna, so that was an interesting look. Zoe has a lot of early lane priority in this meta, especially with her mana costs being cheapened in the most recent patch. Double EP mid could give DFM a Cassidon angle, so you don't want to do that, but instead they're going to pick up this Lee Sin. Additionally, you could look for more draft capital here, and then pick your jungle later, but that has a little bit less value once Wukong is flexible. Graves is a interesting look. A very aggressive pick where Wukong is pretty weak early, so a potential to find the Wukong in the jungle in 1v1. Aphelios is very weak to AP burst targets, so Zoe kind of has a field day, especially with Aphelios having no dash. I wonder if they'll go the Thresh to help with Zoe Bubble, considering this matchup was picked so early. So we're picking Syndra into Zoe. Picking Syndra against Faker is an interesting one, for sure. Especially if you're planning on winning lane against Faker, it's very interesting. Totally not troll, not at all. Be interested to see what we see next year. Probably the Leona pick coming through before ban phase to combo up Bubble and Leona engage. RNG saw a lot of play out of that combo. Ezreal is also a good pairing with it. Oh yeah, Ezreal Leona is a pretty good lane as well, and Ezreal's ult combos pretty well with the bubble as well. Excuse me. Nautilus banned away. Alright, I'm back. Interesting that we see continuation on this Karma ban. Next to the Ezreal makes sense though. Tryndamere banned means a potential a potential Gwen blind pick could come through. But that would leave counterpick for support. Counterpick for support is pretty important. Be interested if they do go for the top lane pick or the... Oh, Gangplank is also a good pick here as well. It's pretty easy to land Zoe Bubble when they're slowed by the Gangplank R. And even though you would want that Leona pick coming through, having the potentiality to counterpick is pretty big. Picking Rumble into Ezreal Graves is kind of interesting. A lot of mobility there, but you do get value into the Zoe and the Gangplank pick. And then we'll see what is paired up with this Aphelios. Tom Kench could also be a pretty good answer into the Zoe bubble. We'll see if that or Thresh comes through. Rakan is an interesting choice. There's not a lot of hard CC on the enemy team, so you'd have to go something like the Leona Decanter here. And even then in lane, it's a little bit weak. We'll see what's up, though. Wild. Carriers is picky Bard. There's not too much kill pressure on an Ezreal from an Aphelios Rakan lane, so Bard being able to roam here is kind of an interesting pick. Definitely a little bit of a flex, but I think everyone else on the team is pretty comfortable into the enemy lineup, whether it's Graves or Ezreal dodging out on Syndra E, or Rakan engages, or Rumble ult. I think T1 are set up with good tools here, but a pretty powerful comp coming out from DFM. Definitely looking to play early, so it'll be interesting to watch.